Peace, quick little think fast. Some crystals will actually embody the ancestors quite literally and figuratively. I looking at this piece of malachite azurite, and malachite, azurite, chrysocolla, cobalt, turquoise. These are all copper-based crystals. And copper, creates that strong connection of electricity through the body. And it's also a strong connection with with speaking with higher self and ancestors. But I thought about how copper is in how our body suits come from the earth. From dirt you come and to dirt you shall return. How the little Bible stuff said. But but that is the situation where these certain crystals we getting in certain areas. There were actual people living in these places that may have transitioned. And their bodysuit has become a part of the elemental makeup of that area. So like where I'm holding this azurite malachite, and this could the bones are the matter of fact, because again tyrosinase dealing with the melanocytes, and melanin with the copper connection. This could be part of the pigments that was or like say for instance like the part of the skin of that ancient ancestor, that ancient warrior ancestor who was transitioning somewhere. It wasn't probably mountains at that time because it was so far back, or whatever the case may be. But and as I'm saying this, I'm getting the download that maybe this actual piece may be a part of an ancient ancestor. I don't know. We'll see as the quote unquote time pass, and I see what type of videos I'm gonna have the urge to do since I got this piece. But definitely, matter of fact, because I caught a download that lapis lazuli, what it's made out of. Because say for instance, we all got cell salts in our bodies, different salts for different zodiac signs. Matter of fact, if you think about the zodiac signs, the 12 tribes of Israel, or the 12 apostles, that's all the zodiac signs. 12 zodiac signs with different salt crystals. And when we're in our in our mom's womb for those 9 months, we get 9 of those cell salts, but we missing like 3, possibly 4, in some cases. And that's why, depending on when we're born, that's why some people could do, actual scientific divination in that sense, where it may seem spiritual. Like, where put it like this, where it may seem like a person is being like, like, ooh, I'm psychic, this and that. But it's like, nah, if you born, if I'm a Capricorn and I'm going to be missing, the cell salts of the previous ones, so say for instance, the ones the 3 that come right after Capricorn. So let's say I was born, so I'd probably be missing, let's see. Well, on a calendar vibe, let's see, it'd be Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries. So Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries cell salts that I would, be missing. And that would mean I would, have certain sicknesses or be or more healthy in certain areas because of, what cell salts I have. But again, I caught a download that lapis lazuli may be like a lot of human remains. Let's just say that a lot of our physical remains of this bodysuit. I feel like lapis lazuli makeup may be a lot of like ancestral physical remains that crystallize. And that's why when we deal with it, we're able to connect with these messages so much. And matter of fact, and why lapis lazuli are the most, because they don't promote it, but man, lapis lazuli is a very strong crystal and a very connective crystal. Very great for that throat chakra. But I'm furthering my research in that area, so that's why I ain't do no video on it yet, you know. But matter of fact, I'm practicing trying to learn how to study. Like, matter of fact, that's a job right there within itself. Like, learning, like, all right, when should I be studying about crystals? Or matter of fact, cause I got this little, I'm trying to combine a video dealing with crystals and the cell salts and all this. So, you know, but again, dealing with that, and I'm coming across this new information with, you know, Tavistock Institute, and MK Ultra, and LSD, and you know, so I'm floating around with all these vibes, you know, just allowing for things to float. But yeah, I just definitely want to share that, how some crystals and also, like, so say for instance, this chrysocolla, this azurite malachite could have been pulled out of the ground in an area, you know, again, where they had some ancestral physical remains at, you know, and that energy, that presence of what they were doing and going through while here, you know, is in that, you know, crystal. But also you could have like just consciousness like within a crystal on a strong level, where, you know, not necessarily the remains of a certain being on a physical level, but more so the remains of a being on a conscious level. But, you know, like you'll have an actual consciousness, you know, in a crystal. Matter of fact, that's why, you can go check that video out. Somebody asked me about that video recently too, about when you're clearing your crystals, you know, you want to remove all unbeneficial energy away from it, but not just all. And, you know, of course you want to remove negativity, but it's like removing just the energy that's unbeneficial to me, because there may be some energies like a little being sitting in your crystal that's beneficial to you, you know, that you don't want to, you know, remove in essence. Which in that case, I feel like if you was trying to remove, you know, a certain, you know, being from a crystal, and that would just mean you would end up losing that crystal, because you wouldn't necessarily be able to just remove the consciousness just like that. But, all right. Yeah, that's basically it. About to go look at the pelicans. Peace, happy now. Now is the vibrate. Not too far in the future, not too far in the past.